Hi, my name is Pat McManus. I'm Senior Pastor at Kingdom Impact Center here in Aurora, Illinois. I was asked a question the other day on why I believe that Richard Irvin would be the best candidate for mayor. Number one, he's not a politician. Number two, he's a product of the environment of our community because of the fact he's been born and raised within the content of our community. And he knows what it's like to have nothing, and he knows what it's like to be able to affect the culture of the community based upon his job and the experience of what he's had throughout. Being an attorney, also being an alderman at large, so the community embraces him because of the values of what he brings to our community. I believe that he has a heart for the city, he has a vision for the city, and he has a strategy that would truly be able to help cause this community to begin to go beyond where it's at and being able to enter into the purpose of what God had really intended for our city. Others think they have a plan because of their political structure, political nature, and political characteristic. But because of the fact that Richard not being a politician gives him a better opportunity to be able to be mayor because he's not persuaded by a political process or a political entity. He's truly a man that truly wants to see the city come to its rightful place and its rightful purpose. That's why I believe that Richard is the best candidate for our city, the best person to be able to effectively bring change and to bring progress, to bring influence, to bring it to a whole nother dimension, and to truly see this kingdom or this community begin to be better than what it has. They've built on a process. Let us go further, and I believe that Richard is the best man to be able to do that.
My name is Sean Ford, and I've lived in Aurora basically my whole life. I've been involved with several non-for-profit organizations. Organizations like Haley's Playground, and they help autism kids. They give them a place to play when they don't have anywhere to go and their parents have to go out and do stuff. I've worked with organizations like dance crews like Simply Destiny, and they just keep kids off the street and influence them positively, and they're about suicide awareness. I've also worked with the King County Junior Board, so I've been thoroughly involved with my city, and I believe that Richard Irvin is a great candidate for the mayor's office simply because this man is well educated. He's at the right age where his mindset is not too young, and he's not too old where he's stubborn. Nobody wants a stubborn man in office. Richard Irvin is a guy who I've watched this firsthand. He will go out and help people just because it comes from the heart, just because it's the right thing. So you guys want to know why I think Richard Irvin should be in office? Simply because he's a man who just wants nothing but the right thing.
Hi, my name is Helen Ochoa, and why do I think Richard should be mayor for Aurora? Well, I've known Richard for a long time in a business sense and in a personal sense. And personally, he's a great guy. He really does a lot for the community, not for his benefit, but for the people. Also, as a government official, as alderman at large, he's been in many organizations that really help the community find what it needs and helps it grow. I like Richard, not just because of what he's done, but what he's about. He's about Aurora, he's local, locally grown, and that's what I think Aurora needs. Somebody who understands Aurora.
My name is Sherry Spears, and I will vote for Richard Irvin because Richard is approachable. We grew up in Indian Trail apartment complexes, and we were raised to look out for each other. Our parents disciplined other children, and we were a community. And I feel that Richard will bring that back to Aurora, and that's why I will vote for Richard.
Hi, my name is Dan Haas. I'm excited to tell you that I'm supporting Richard Irvin for mayor of the city of Aurora. Why am I supporting Richard? I believe that Richard has a plan to continue the growth and prosperity of the city of Aurora. Richard is also a uniter, not a divider. As a lifelong resident of Aurora, I believe he understands the issues that are here, and he understands the people of Aurora. And Richard is committed to representing every neighborhood in Aurora, from Route 59 to the far west side. Richard will serve people with integrity and compassion. Richard has experience. He's demonstrated that by serving the past 8 years as alderman at large for the city of Aurora, and I believe Richard is ready to take on a larger leadership role as mayor of the city of Aurora. Richard is also a man of integrity and a man of faith. I want to encourage you to join me in supporting Richard Irvin for mayor in the city of Aurora.
I'm Jennifer Stallings, and when I think of the reasons why I believe Richard is the best person qualified to lead our city, the reason I find to be the most important is that he loves our city. His love for Aurora, in combination with his intelligence, his work ethic, and his compassion, makes him the obvious choice for our next mayor. So I hope you will join me and support Richard Irvin for the next mayor of Aurora.
Hi, my name is Tom Sherwin. I have lived and worked in Aurora for nearly 60 years. I had the pleasure of meeting Richard Irvin about 10 years ago, and I was really impressed by his energy, his humor, and his intelligence. If there's anything I've learned about Richard in the last 10 years, it's that he has the talent and he has the ability to do anything he chooses, but he really dreams of becoming the mayor of Aurora. Richard was born in Aurora, raised here, his business is located here. He serves the public as an alderman in the city of Aurora as well. After school and military service, he came back to the city he loved. Aurora is truly in Richard's heart. We are the second largest city in Illinois. The second largest city in Illinois deserves above average leadership. Aurora is a good place to live. Could it use improving? Sure. But I think it can with Richard's vision of heal, strengthen, and build, become a city that will be well equipped to move on into the future. Richard asks, what can we do together to make this city better? And my answer to that is, we can vote for Richard to become mayor of this city.
My name is Karina Garcia, and I've known Richard Irvin for many years. I know he's a community person who has always thought about diversity. That's exactly what I love about him. I know Richard Irvin will definitely be a great mayor for our city, but we all know that it's the second largest city, and his focus has been in growth and definitely helping out the businesses. So please help me to join Richard Irvin for mayor.
My name is Andy Williams Jr. I've lived in Aurora mostly all my life. I know Richard Irvin, and Richard knows Aurora. Richard can relate on many different levels based on his experience. He's been a prosecutor for the people, and he's been a lawyer to represent the people. He has a saying, let's build Aurora together, based on experience. That's just not a slogan. See, Richard, he's from the community. His business is in the community, and he serves the community. As people, we learn mostly two ways. That's from mentors and mistakes. When Richard ran for mayor last time, he learned. He got the experience that he needed by becoming the alderman at large. Now it's time for him to graduate to the next level. So let's share in his ceremony this time by welcoming him to be the next mayor of Aurora, Illinois.